Hello everybody, welcome, my name is Ursa and today, ladies and gentlemen, today I'm playing a game that you will want to join in with yourself. Honestly, you will. On this wonderful Ursa YouTube channel where we perform Civ 6 feats and games, you will have noticed that we just came off the back of a very difficult couple of games in Mongolia, and then Mali. Ah yes, when everything went perfectly correctly. And looking at my filming schedule, I have a couple of very difficult games coming up, so I wanted to put something in the middle that was just purely enjoyment, satisfaction, wonder-based. Well, not wonder, joy, fun, stupendousness, that first cup of tea in the morning, that delayed or cancelled appointment with your in-laws. That's the sort of feeling we're going for today, ladies and gentlemen, and it's going to be fantastic. I say this all the time, Discord is the place for you, for all the mods I use on my channel and all the save files, but let me sell to you today why you want to come to Discord and play this game, because we're playing Yongle, but not Yongle as you know him. An improved dynastic cycle, a science-building great wall? It can only be Civilizations Expanded, the mod that makes every civilization and leader in the game even more powerful than they were before. That's right, everyone has a boost. Specifically, mountains have yields in Civilization Expanded. Interesting. Why would we want to do that? Because recently we played the Tibet mod. Socratact had a fantastic Tibet mod, and I really enjoy playing with preserves and more importantly putting yields on mountains. We went Void Singers, we had crazy yields, but I couldn't help but think, wouldn't it be brilliant if we played Preserve Yongle? Preserve Yongle with food and growth and yields in every city. If only there was something that made preserves even more fun. Oh wait, there is the Harmonist mod, the improved secret society that is all about preserves, national parks and ley lines. Ley lines that I have made spawn even more into the game. We've even got Bear's Governor Overhaul mod in this game, just in case we wanted a little bit more versatility with, I don't know, increasing appeal in tiles in my empire? No, we'd never do that. There are some games on my channel, ladies and gentlemen, that are challenges. They're difficult, they're tough, they're demanding on one's soul. This game is not one of them. This is a game built for yields. Ladies and gentlemen, how big can we get those numbers? Can we go crazy? Can we do something that ends the cycle once and for all? Let's find out. Mods and save file on Discord. Let's get started. And now, for an important update. Having been expelled from Oxford University, Ursa had met a man named Paul. Oh dear. Luckily for Ursa, he had amassed 40,000 subscriptions. These beautiful little signatures attracted the attention of none other than Gilgabro. Scared off by the Majesty, Paul retreated and left Ursa to his way. Searching for new subscriptions, Ursa travelled to the coast, where lo and behold, it looked like more people for subscriptions. Alas, it was not to be. Ursa, our sweet, innocent bear, is now trapped, harassed by giant crabs. Will you save Ursa from crabs? Will you help Ursa towards his goal? Thank you so much. Back to the video. Turn 1, and we have a tundra start next to a lake with some forest. Now, this doesn't look like a very good start. There are no resources, and being next to the tundra is normally a bad thing. I feel you. I agree with you. However, this is about the 7th restart because for whatever reason, China under Yongle seems to start next to rainforest or floodplains every time, and those are terrible for appeal. So this is the start we're going for today. I mean, look, lots of charming, lots of breathtaking. It's a good start, and there's marsh. If I settle on the marsh, I'll remove it. That'll be a quite nice thing to do. I'm just going to move my warrior and have a little peek over. Some mountains. Excellent. There's more marsh up there. Not so good. I think we're going to settle in place. Yeah, let's just settle in place. Why not? And the marsh should disappear. It does, of course. Fantastic. On the continent of Nuna. Already we have started to improve the tiles around us, but look, there's more marsh. All this marsh, it needs to go. I mentioned before Civilizations Expanded. This is a mod that improves every single person in the game. Unfortunately, Yongle has the smallest boost out of anyone I've ever seen. That's probably because he's ridiculously overpowered as it is. There is a little bit of extra though, plus 100% production towards the first district in each city. Oh yeah, we can rush a preserve. So that isn't very different, but Dynastic Cycle, well, it's expanded. Eureka's and Inspirations still give additional 10%. That hasn't changed. However, the capital receives double amenities and housing and science and culture and production and gold from the palace. So already we have decent yields. China has a very powerful palace. We're happy, we're productive. There'll be a lot of stuff that we can just crank out. If we're in a golden age, we get 15% production towards wonders. If we're in a dark age, we get a wildcard policy slot. So that's all very interesting. Crouching tigers give science when they kill people. That's hilarious, and maybe we can farm barbarians a little bit. But Great Wall, this is where it's a little different. The Great Wall gives 1 production and 1 gold. So already production is awesome. 2 gold for each adjacent segment, and then science instead of culture for every adjacent segment after you get the upgrade, I think, to castles? Engineering. So you don't get as much culture, you get a little bit of science instead, but this is quite fun. I do like this. It's a really cool improvement. And it also gives +1 gold to all other adjacent improvements. So it can be something that spamming it out can be interesting. However, it's all about preserves. We need to find harmonists as quickly as possible. I think harmonists can usually be found lurking in tribal villages, so I'm tempted to go for a scout. However, we've also got leisure. We can turn our production into food, faith, or gold. So I could work and just get that second city out quickly. However, I think because we're going to be playing with breathtaking tiles, I want to go for +1 faith on breathtaking tiles. It's the sort of thing that'll add up in the long run. So we're going to go double scout, and then I'll think about getting a Pantheon. It feels a little weird. 25 faith. If I was to go for leisure, I would get about 4 per turn. I'd have to do this for 6 turns to get a Pantheon, and I don't know if it's worth it. Let's go for I'll go for 1 scout, and then we'll decide from there. I also want to get a religion. I mean, feed the world is always good fun. Yeah, lots of fun things. I don't know how this game is going to play. It just depends on what we have around us, depends on who spawns near us, depends on how much forest we have. Overall, there are a few things we can use. In the the Civilizations Expanded mod, city parks can be built just regularly, and they give 2 appeal to adjacent tiles, so that is something we can abuse royally. I said again, and I'll say it just 100 times, this is not a balanced mod. This is for exploitable tactics. That's what we're going to be doing today. We want to go for conservation as soon as we can. This is going to be a tourism victory, and it's going to be a tourism victory that I think we can probably get in 200 turns, but we'll see how it goes. Goodness me, I've got a lot of gold coming in per turn. This is wonderful. Scout has been produced. I'll send 1 out there, and you know what, I am going to go for the Pantheon. I think I'm going to go for the Pantheon. Is this tile breathtaking? No, it's not. I don't have any breathtaking tiles right now. Let me do 1 turn of food leisure. If I do that and also work this tile, I think I can get to 2 population. I can skip a turn effectively. Let's see if this works. And bam, yep, it worked. Perfect. So we can tick that project off now. Let's put it on faith. Get the Pantheon as soon as we can. And we're next to the coast. Interesting. Okay. Coast can be good. It can be good. Hattusa provides you with strategics. That's nice. However, it's not hermetic or, more importantly, harmonists. I'll tell you a little bit about them when I find them. Barb clan. Barbarian horseman. That would be a decent scout, to be fair. And 4.2 faith per turn. You know what? I can do this in 5 turns. We can get the Pantheon. Let's just get it sorted. I mean, we're not worried about it after that point. Oh, I meant to just leave astrology on boost. Let's go animal husbandry instead. Lots of desert to our left isn't ideal. It's not ideal. I basically want a lot of forest. So I would prefer tundra, to be absolutely honest with you, over desert, but never mind. Here's discipline. And we've also got harvest calendar. This is added with the Civilizations Expanded mod. So we go God King, harvest calendar, urban planning. I'm going to do God King, and that will get us off leisure like 1 turn before. And now we go foreign trade, because I'm going to make my way down to mysticism and preserves as soon as possible. A CAD. Oh, okay. So we could go very aggressive if we wanted to this game. Very aggressive indeed. I mean, that's all very well and good. All very well and good, but I really need some tribal villages. That is our priority right now. Luckily, Hattusa is fighting these barbs for us, so we can hopefully just wait on that one. Animal husbandry has given us no horses. We probably should have guessed that. Let's go mining. No, let's go pottery. I want to get irrigation to get rid of these marshes. Oh, I should have taken off leisure that turn. I've gone 1 turn too far. Never mind. Now, a Dance of the Aurora, extra faith on tundra adjacency on holy sites is a really good idea, but I'm gonna go for Earth Goddess because I just trust me. Long term, this is the play for this game. I really believe that. 1 more scout, and then I'll go from there. Signe. Oh, interesting. Hermetic I found. And harmonist. No, harmonists unlock with natural wonders. Oh, amazing. Right, here we go. The first harmonist promotion reveals ley line resources. This is a big one. These tiles gain +1 of the main yields of specialty districts which have been unlocked but are absent from the city. This is a mechanic we're going to find throughout this playthrough. I have unlocked holy sites. That means faith is the yield of a holy site. It will give me +1 faith on all ley lines as long as I haven't built a holy site in the city. So what it's going to encourage me to do is not build districts and just stick with unimproved tiles. It's not very good at the beginning, but trust me, it gets better. Harmonists. There you go. Right, we'll get that, and then we'll have a look and see. Ley lines. Have any appeared? Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've set this game so that there should be an absolute ton of ley lines. We'll see if it works. I need to plan this out a little bit, actually. I'm looking for rings of tiles, which are probably unworkable, that I would be able to put preserves around, like this one, and hitting all these mountains. That would be amazing. I'm tempted to put a preserve on this +3 tile, because then it works. The mountain, it adds a 1, 2, 3 tiles to get breathtaking, but then it is next to a volcano, so it's going to get destroyed. So I could put the preserve here instead. It would again unlock 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, this is better, isn't it? So I'll end up putting a preserve on that tile, and this is where we now start to find that we want to get really good rings of adjacency. So a preserve tile there would be really good, or we could put a preserve there. You want to form these little triangles, don't you, with preserves? Normally that's a really good idea. Could probably put one down on this area of the map as well. Yeah, either way, putting a holy site down in this area is not going to help preserve, because I'm either going to remove a forest, which would lower appeal anyway, or take over a tile that would be improved. So we're actually going to pop the holy site down. I'm going to go for my religion as soon as I can. With all of this gold, I'll be able to just buy out a settler eventually. So I don't mind just taking a slightly slow start here. Excellent. Hattusa's done all the hard work for me. I was just waiting outside, and now I can remove this camp and give myself some era score. Beautiful. Dispersed outpost. Lovely. Military tradition. Construction boosted. That's a nice boost for me. Holy site complete. Also, don't forget that I have beautiful +10% on Eurekas and Inspirations as China. These things are really, really good. And did you notice how quickly I built that holy site as well? It was at double speed because it was my first district. Very handy. Okay, let's get a couple of settlers out now. I would like the first religion, but we don't need to rush it like crazy. This game, by the way, is going to pop off in the medieval era, because then we can get our second harmonist upgrade, and this is beautiful. Preserved districts and their buildings grant +2 housing and 10% food growth, and tiles adjacent to preserves gain +1 of the main yields of specialty districts absent from their city. Just like, I cannot tell you how much I've been looking forward to playing this game. Foreign trade. Oh, thank goodness, we finally found a new continent. Let's unlock mysticism as soon as we can. Irrigation is now within boost. Switch to mining. Some very high appeal tiles over here as well. Ooh, Hattusa, I might need to borrow some land from you. Mining has been unlocked. This extra science at the beginning of the game is really, really handy. Let's go to masonry now, but I'm going to do, a very strange plan here. My settler is almost finished on production, but it's only 320 gold, so I'm going to stop producing it and switch to leisure gold. That'll give me 13 more gold per turn. I'll be able to buy the settler, and then the next settler will still be almost complete. Like, the production cost of it will go up a little bit, but I think I can squeeze out 3 cities rather than 2 if I do that. It's probably not a sensible move, but it's a move I'm going to make. Yeah, bam, look at that. Extra gold coming in per turn. It's lovely. My warrior is coming back just to make sure that we can escort my settler. I don't want it to be killed by random barbarian scouts like this one from White Owl. I'm going to be sticking to the tundra of this map, I must say. I'm not Russia, but look at the appeal just of all this natural woods, mountain ranges, woods, all this stuff. Marshes I can remove, rainforests I can remove, but that's later in the game when builders are more usable, you know? Do you want to fight? You really do, don't you? You're following me. Go away. Go on. Attack me. Attack me in retribution. You wuss. Yeah, I thought so. I thought so, honestly. I bet it'll follow me now. Anyway, there's the gold. Let's pick up the settler. And now, there's only 4 turns to finish this settler. I mean, I think, personally, that's a stroke of genius. Whether it is or not, I don't know. We are going to be forming a lot of cities, by the way, with no housing. I would like to make that clear, but that's why Feed the World is actually quite important, and preserves are quite important. I mean, we get ourselves extra housing every time we put a layer down on them, so I think we should be fine, but we still want to get our cities to 10 population. We want to expand wide, but we also want population. We want a bit of everything. We want it all, ladies and gentlemen. Well, mysticism is now finished. Excellent. Envoy, no point putting anything in at the moment. Government, get rid of God King. We don't want it anymore. No. Urban planning, bit of extra production. Now, you can see somebody is producing profit points. We're not the only people to do that, so we're going to go Sattler, then Holy Site Prayers. What I think I'm going to do is pop a city there, aqueduct over at some point, get rid of all these marshes, but use this preserve first. So we're going to go and head this settler up, and then the second one is going to come down and see if we can find something down directly below me. Oh yeah, look at this land. It's beautiful. Hang gardens built. Turn 29. No Stonehenge at the moment. Oh, I keep letting masonry and things slip slip beyond the 50%. I have 40% in my head. I wish that little graphic would update itself. Never shows itself properly. Okay, this is a satellite. We're going to head in this direction and hope there's nothing to the south of me. I don't mind tessellating my cities up a little bit, keeping them nice and close. Oh, there's some very good land over here, including some mountains. Lovely. Well, either way, city number 2. And I think it makes sense for me to build a preserve over a holy site, given the extra production. I mean, I could do a fairly decent holy site there, which would give me some more points. Do we do that first? Yeah, I'm going to regret not doing it, aren't I? If I don't. +2, that's fine. Well, there's a ley line there as well. Excellent. Okay, so this city, I like this. It's kind of a frontier against barbarians that keeps my capital safe as well, which is often a little bit of a problem about having such a tundra start, as barbarians will just appear and give you a nightmare. So much tundra, no fresh water. I mean, look at this, none at all. So yeah, aqueducts are probably going to be quite important as well. I actually want to follow this river, Yangtze. Oh, my pronunciation is appalling and I apologize, but this might be pretty much the only source of fresh water in the area. So we'll follow it for a little bit and bam, Yongle. Do we holy site this now? Oh, there's a +4 there. Yeah, that +4 was tempting for a preserve, but we can't put more than one preserve down in every city. So at some point we have to just say a holy site is the better option. So we're going to go for that for now. And you can see we're running a couple of projects now. We are still ahead, but I could really use these holy sites finishing quickly. I think I mentioned this before, but just for the avoidance of doubt, this is what Civilizations Expanded does to mountains. It puts 2 food, 1 production on all of them. Now, Inca gets even more bonuses from them. So it's very, very powerful. It just means that mountains are more usable for more civs, which I quite like. It's a nice change. You know, if I go Dark Age here, that's not a bad thing, because don't forget, I receive a wildcard policy slot if I go into a Dark Age, which actually means I could get my religion slightly faster because I could put the Revelation card in. So I'm not too against that. I've got 1 scout. Hopefully I won't find anything too bad. I mean, if I go normal age, it doesn't matter at the end of the day, but I like the idea of us hitting a Dark Age, of us saying that we're likely to get our religion before that point, so maybe a Dark Age isn't possible. I won't worry about it because of that. It's one of those things where if you fall into it early game, often it can be useful, but I don't like planning my entire strategy around it, because I find if you try and peg yourself back like that, you end up handicapping yourself later down the line. That's my personal opinion. Whether or not that's, you know, the agreed position on this, I don't know. That's how I often feel about it though. Oh, a warrior. Okay, I'm going to go and have a little look down here. Looks like the river goes through. There's a nice city location on this tile and this tile, which means I could do the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 preserve setup. Then I would look to go and expand out a little bit. What I'm looking to do is build rings of cities with tons of preserves in the middle of them, and then lots of space on the outside to actually put industry and tile improvements and all that stuff. So you're going to see groups of cities and then lots of space and then more cities out from there. Does that make sense? It makes sense to me. Early Empire, boosted. Excellent. Oh, there we go. I think this is first religion, so we're not going to get a Dark Age, but again, that's not a bad thing. Feed the World, it just stacks really well with Harmonists and also Yongle. What works best later into the game? I just like going to see my dentist for some appointments with my teeth. Free gold in every city following the religion. It's a big boost. It's a big boost. Annoyingly, I would have loved to have popped that like 4 turns later, but I just think someone was going to pick up a religion, and of course they were going to go feed the world, because they always do. Everyone always goes feed the world. Well, let's get the shrine built as soon as possible. And early Empire, we get to pick a governor. There's a few different options, but remember, there's Governor Overhaul mod. If you haven't played with this mod before, it's well worth having a go, because what it does is it removes the regular governors and puts in a much more civive style of government. You pick a governor and it gives you bonuses based on a certain style of play. So Cardinal is all about faith and religion, Defender is defensive fortification, Educator is science and great people. It kind of goes on like that. But the theme is you get something when you first adopt it, you get something when it's based in a city, then there's loads of upgrades, and then you get something when it's finished. So there's all different kinds of levels. One of the ones I do like early game is Pioneer, because it gives you 2 population in your capital immediately, and once it's established, it acts like Magnus, because you can produce settlers from that city and it does not consume population, which is wonderful. This is all about settling really quickly. The other one, which is basically Armani, is Ambassador. Gives you 2 envoys immediately, and then you can put it in a city-state and it acts as another 2, which would effectively be infinite era score. Surveyor would give me 2 recon units. That's relatively fun, and we can go down for extra appeal later, but I don't think it's worth going down at the moment. I think what I'm going to do is really cement and build on the abilities of Yongle. We need to get our cities to 10 population. We need to spread as far and wide as we can. We need things like growth rate. We need to be able to produce settlers without losing population. It's a channel favorite, but I think Pioneer is the way to go. Immediately Obviously, 2 population in the capital is huge. Settlers not being a population drag when you create them, if the governor's in the capital, that's amazing. 2 food in every city, 15% growth rate in all cities, extra production towards settlers. This is the one to go for, I think. Let's do it. I've never regretted it. Never regretted it. So there we go. 4 to 6 population immediately happens. We're building the shrine. That will be the first feed the world thing. Once we've got that, we'll put the preserve down. We've got this holy side almost done as well. I like the way this is going. We just need to build upon this now. We need to build upon it and hopefully improve 3 tiles. That would help. Run away from the barbarian. Oh, who's this? Is that Greece? Does it look like Greece, or is that Japan? Or sometimes is that Mali? It's kind of like a reddy, orangey, browny, white. It's one of the 3. Whoever it is, I'm just going to avoid meeting them for a couple of turns because I'm just on the cusp of a new era. So I'm just going to hang my settler back, or my scout back a little bit. This Barb saw me and instead of attacking has fortified. All right. Okay, you do that. You do you. And I reckon in my top city, we need to get a shrine in. Oh, that's so odd. I managed to get all the way around back of the barbarian before it ended up attacking me. Why would you do that? So weird. Anyway, the holy site finishes in the new age, which is wonderful. Let's go meet whoever this is. And what's the best way of getting an era or golden age? It's got to be Exodus. Normally I'd go for inquiry. 1 era score for constructing a building is a really good thing, but I plan on spreading my religion around quite a bit because Feed the World needs to be spread. It's too good. It must be shown to the world. Well, if you're going to attack me on this hill, you've got to run up this hill because I'm fortified on top of it, fool. Pyramids finished now as well. Goodness me, everyone's going crazy. Yep, they attacked me. Oh, that's unfortunate for you. You didn't quite hit me off my hill. And my capital has finished the shrine. Lovely. I'm actually just going to pump a builder out quickly because there's 3 improvements here that I can do easily. This farm, well, that would boost me irrigation. Then we've got a masonry spot with the stone, and then I can do a 3rd improvement as like a mine. That might be quite good. There was this Mali. I thought that looked more red than orange, but clearly not. Yeah, oh look, do you see? It's quite orange here and it definitely becomes more of a sort of maroony red. Oh well, good to meet them. Before they decide they don't like me, would you like to share open borders? 11 gold? Yeah, go on, man. And I've got a spare envoy all of a sudden. Excellent. Hattusa, join me. Join my side. Actually, they're going to give me a source of horse now. Oh, that makes me want to research bronze working to unlock iron. I have totally forgotten how many barbarians I've killed. Let's see what happens with this one. If this barbarian gives me bronze working, then that's brilliant. Otherwise, I might just manually grind it out. Nope, it did not. So I could go and seek another Barb, or I could just finish this quickly. I think I might just finish it quickly, and then Hattusa's going to give us stuff. Are you just literally going to be my friend? Mali is my friend. Oh, we know how powerful Mali can be. Oh my lord. Mali with a Sugaba and Etamananki already. I am glad to be your friend and not fighting you, let me tell you that. That last Mali game was really, really fun. I try not to plug my other content too much, but if you haven't seen my recent Mali run, the one that went up before this, trust me, it was certainly worth checking out. It was an experience. Apadana built on turn 49, and this is Civ expanded, so we're going to see some really cool things. I see 2 sources of iron, no, 3 sources of iron immediately. Wow. Oh yeah, we've got boosts ahoy here. Okay, so improving the iron is going to give you the boost to iron working and wheel at the same time. We haven't got a slinger, so let's get archery manually, but oh yeah, this is looking really good. And capital, you know what to do. You know what to do. Let's get this first preserve done. Actually, we should really spread my religion. Let's do that before I forget. Before the populations get too large, then the missionaries won't take too much. Let's go find this barbarian camp as well. I don't know where it was, but it definitely came from over here somewhere. Portugal, hello. Wanted to meet you. Where are you? They're up here. And Armagh. Home of the Irish pirates. That's what I say. Let's go into horseback riding now that we have archery. And does Portugal like Mali? Yeah, they're pretty indifferent. Open borders trade? Why does everybody want me to give them stuff for open borders? Fine, have a horse and an iron. Deal of the century. Oh, that would have been the 3rd Barb kill. I think that would have been the 3rd Barb kill. Let's just level up my scout quickly. That's a really good move. Beijing, sort out this source of iron for me. Bam. Wheel and iron working boosted. Maybe I should have gone free inquiry. I still think spreading my religion works better. That probably would have been better than I would have thought. Where are you, Barbs? Where are you? Ottomans. Nasty, mean Ottomans as well. The ones that like to kill. Oh, hello. That was an archer. Oh, I do not want to tangle with an archer. I'm going to get killed very quickly. Right, I'm going to have to pull back. But my religion spread spreads down to my southern city and some era score. Every time I do this, 2 era score. Ottomans, why do I see a warrior and an archer? Can we not do this? This is no fun. A quarry. There's masonry. Now I can put my unique wall down if I want to. Hopefully they're just exploring. If they start coming towards me, luckily I have Hattusa, so we have a little bit of help if they do come for me directly, but I don't like where this is going. Bam! Preserve. Look at that culture bomb. It's glorious. Now, I was wondering whether or not I waited for the gold to get the grove up, but I might just manually build this, you know? This Barb Archer is very much trying to cut me off here, and I do not like it. Leave me be. Oh, barbarians have appeared right over here, just where I was going to expand. Okay, hire a skirmisher from them. Oh no, it's going to be one of those games where the barbs go crazy, I think, isn't it? We need to remember to try and get a little bit of an army together so that we don't get killed here. Is it worth just rushing a couple of slingers out? Now that's what I'm wondering. Oh no, of course I can't. I've only got archers. Is it worth trying to get a couple of archers out? Equally a good question. It's very equally a good question. I think getting this grove out is going to economically benefit me along with the shrines, but we'll see what we're doing. And no one's buying Diplo favor just yet, but I reckon people will buy this stuff. Yeah, 100 gold for my iron, 61 gold. That's up to 300 now. So okay, we've got a little bit of a stockpile in case we need to buy anything. I believe this is irrigation and craftsmanship. Okay, right. Maybe I will have to look at Barb's and getting an army up because the scout immediately comes over to me. It's not messing around. Oh, they've changed what they're giving me. And now it's a swordsman. Yeah, let's take one of these. I will take a swordsman because I can actually block the pass just with one of these. There's some lovely hill woods tiles. Might be able to just hold this a little bit better. I'd quite like to get a trade route in now as well. That will massively help. Who is this Lahore over in this direction? Niang units might be relatively useful, but I don't think it's going to be for me. Dido, wanted to meet you. Let's exchange information on capitals. You're over here. I am tired of seeing this city. You want to borrow my horses and iron? Go on. I'll sell them to anyone. Literally anyone. Oh, Dido's after Diplo favor. Fantastic. Spreading my religion over to Hattusa whilst I'm at it, because the more I spread my religion, the more of a score I get. I'm going to spread it to Akkad now as well. It's also giving me extra gold per turn. Every city I spread to. I'm currently getting 12 per turn from my religion and only 20 overall, so it's making up over half of my income now. I bought myself an archer, by the way. I don't want to let these barbs get too heavy. I've got a reputation now of getting overwhelmed by barbarians. Not today. Kupe. Oh, and Kupe has luxuries. Hello, honored to meet you. I want to buy your luxuries. 71 gold? Yeah, go on, ma'am. Hopefully I didn't find them on this side and they're just about to come and settle me. No, they're down here. Phew. The shrine is finished. I'm gonna run leisure food for a little bit to get to 4 population as fast as I can, then build this preserve. I think going heavy on preserves right now is the way to go. Other thing I'm going to do is quickly pick up the ambassador. Now I'm going to drop the ambassador themselves, who counts a little bit like Armani. I'm going to put you into Lahore, where you'll wait for a little bit, and I'm going to drop my 2 envoys, 1, 2 into Akkad, just for the era score and visibility. Although, apart from a little woodland area and some mountains, this is all desert, and desert, as I mentioned before, not very good for me. Mitla. I can now afford a trader. Now I'm just wondering whether to do it in this city. Can I reach over to somewhere like, yes, Hattusa? This would be a road all the way down. That would connect all my cities up, and in case Barbs or anyone else attacks, being able to move across my land, pretty helpful. Please let this preserve be worth it. Please, please, please. No, 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 no. Oh, they're going to steal the Barb camp. I thought I'd get away with that. Oh yeah, look at that. Yields 1, 2, 3, 4 breathtaking tiles already, and these 2 are charming. We can improve those in due course. That massively helps my capital to grow. Trade route to Hattusa. Done. Currency boosted and done. More era score. It's all here. We all love it. Before we start throwing out settlers, I think I'm just going to put a government plaza down so we can create a bit of a settlement hub. Same deal in my northern city. We're going to run leisure up to the point where we get to 4 population, then we'll build the preserves out from there. Have my religion. Nan Madol. A useful city-state on a very, very oceany map. This is not one of those. Oh, Akkad's making this even worse. They're just waiting there. They're not even doing it. Fine, I'm gonna actually 300 gold. I'm gonna levy them. I need this golden edge. I cannot let this go to chance. And I think I'm going to save my missionary for now, just for when I start settling around. Oh, we're almost there. Political philosophy. If every single city in your empire has a district, you've got to go classical republic. It's just that simple. Otherwise, let's go for diplomatic league. Urban planning is very good. Harvest calendar, very good. And we're not going to go for settlers just yet, because I'm going to see if I can build my tier 1 government plaza building that lets me build settlers a bit faster. So these two are fantastic. What else do we do? We've levied a huge army. I don't think I need a Gogi. I guess I'll just get more influence points, but to be honest, we could do anything with that. A 1, a 2, and a 3 to get that kill. And I think this Barb camp, yeah, you need to disappear. Oh, we're almost at the golden age. Beijing is now at 8 population. Oh, it's so tempting to run food projects for a little while to get it up to 10 pop. As soon as we do, we hit leisure. We get 10 culture, 10 science, and 20 gold per turn, which is a huge step up. But I also want to start spreading out wide, so I think we're going to go Ancestral Hall. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to regret that. And I have another governor, so I'm going to go into Pioneer, and as much as I would like 15% production towards settlers and new cities starting with population, first we're going to go surplus logistics, 2 food in every city, 15% growth rate. That is going to combine over here really, really well, because the second level of Harmonious, I don't know if I've mentioned this yet, but preserve districts and their buildings granting 2 housing and 10% growth each. Oh yeah, we're going to start building some meaty, absolutely meaty bonuses. It's almost a shame Hanging Gardens wasn't an option in this run because we didn't really have the river start, but hey, you can't have everything. Look at all of these beautiful woods. We're in a tundra paradise. It's not a gangster paradise. It's a little safer and much colder. Quite literally is Coolio down here. Ah, there you go. That's an up-to-date reference for you all. Welcome. You can see already that the ley lines are beginning to improve. I've got a science, I've got a culture, I've got a gold. That's because I've unlocked commercial hubs, theatre squares, and campuses. Now, I'm going to just take a few turns, I think, to unlock celestial navigation. Is that the way to do it? That would give me another gold. I think it's probably not a priority just on that one tile, is it? Horseback riding into construction. Now, that is probably worth it. Oh, my northern city has hit the population I need to now think about building a preserve. Let's do it. Don't forget, civilizations expanded means that I can work mountains. You can see over in Hattusa, they can work mountains. It doesn't show you the yield until you actually have them in your lands. Don't worry, I'm not going mad. I promise you. 2 turns of theology. Oh, actually, that's not too bad as well. Temples, more feed the world. Haha, the barbarian reveals itself. You shouldn't have come this close. Oh, it's tempting. There's a barbarian camp here that's going to give me a galley, but it's going to go to this northern city. I wonder where the galley is going to go. Yeah, I'll avoid that one. You know what? We've played Yongle a few times recently, and this is a game I am basically doing 100% for fun. So one thing I'm going to do, because it's likely to be relatively peaceful, and I like to support the channel supporters who support me. There's a lot of support going on here in this sentence. What I normally like to do is name my units after them, but today I think we're going to name some cities. So again, thank you to everyone supporting me on Ko-fi and Patreon. It is always incredibly appreciated and really does help me to produce this sort of long-form content that the algorithm likes to shoot down into oblivion because we're all about shorts. Wear the trousers. So here we go. My capital, Matthew Wilkinson, Lord Pauly, Portland. It's my best impression of the end of the video there. I'll keep at it, and we're gonna see how many we can settle this game. I reckon we can probably get to maybe 30 cities if we try. We'll see how it goes. Theology's lovely, but Phoenicia, this doesn't look like one of your cities. Yeah, telling everything to everyone. Oh yeah, just about got to 480 gold. That is lovely because we can immediately in my capital buy a temple in and not leave myself enough gold to start building a preserve. That's annoying. I guess we'll have a couple more turns of food. Well, that doesn't hurt anyone. Should we see what Lahore has to offer for us? Da-da! It's a lot of Portugal. All right, and Kupe is just going to start settling everywhere. Love it. I'm switching my government over. I would love scripture in, I think, because this extra faith would be helpful. So urban planning, harvest calendar. Ooh, saying that, we've got 4 turns on Ancestral Hall. Okay, I can put the settler card in at any point. Do I put it in now? I probably should. Yeah, let's put the settler card in. Okay, scripture will go in a little bit. Ethiopia, hello. Honored to meet you. Yes, you're going to like this map. It's a Highlands map. That's actually quite scary that Ethiopia are on this one. Do I quickly improve my religion? Should we get this done really nice and quickly? Normally I don't do this anywhere near early enough. Yeah, I might be able to actually convert some barbarians. Let's see if we get an apostle with barbarian conversion. Oh, I never do that. And there's a 3 archer just running around here. Well, I say 3. 3 is a word. Pilgrim, indulgence vendor, martyr. No, alas. So I'm going to evangelize evangelize instead. I like the idea of getting a Barb on side, so I'm actually going to go today Holy Order so that they're cheaper to buy for later. That way we can have a punt a bit quicker. Matthew Wilkinson is now Ancestral Hold, so I'm going to go Settler, Settler. Let me think about this a little bit harder. Oh yeah, that's right. Settler, 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 Settler. It's just what we're going to do now. We've got the card active, 50% from the card, 50% from my government plaza, and of course, because we have the pioneer in this city, we do not lose population when we produce this stuff. Resettlement as well, it's another 15% production. We should be able to just spam this stuff out now. As I wait for another apostle, we can have another go at trying to convert some barbs. It's might prove tricky, but we'll give it a good go. And I reckon scripture instead of urban planning. Let's just start to convert my government into something that works a little better. Well, now we've got construction. I think I am going to do what I said before. Let's unlock Celestial Navigation and then Apprenticeship. And I know it looks like it's going to take a little bit of time for us to unlock that, but I wouldn't worry about that too much because Matthew Wilkinson is about to hit 10 population, which means my yields are about to pop off. Bam! 29 science, 28 culture, 67 gold per turn. Oh yes. Here come the settlers. Right, first one to there, then to here, then to there, then to here, then to there. We've got loads of settlement spots. I'm just going to go from east to west along this beautiful forest tundra, because don't forget, I have a religion that gives every city 4 housing. I have a secret society that gives every city 4 housing, and I've got granaries on top of that, so we don't need fresh water. And I can aqueduct later, but I don't need fresh water. We might as well just go for the high appeal tiles. Hungry! Oh, I'm hungry for appeal. You're hungry for city-states. Between us, we can be friends, and there's a lot of catapults. Maybe we can't be friends. I don't know. At least they're catapults and not doggerpults, you know? Much worse, those things. Zanzibar. I do like Zanzibar because of the mass amount of amenities that you can get, but unfortunately Mali likes Zanzibar as well, and we're not going to compete with somebody going after merchant points if you're Mali. It's just not going to happen. Hey, heathen conversion. There we go. Right, let's go snag some barbs. There's at least a couple of archers over here. That would be a really good long-term addition to my army. I'm just using Akkad's army to explore. Like, all of these units are all levied, and I really don't mind if they get killed. We're just finding where the snow and tundra lines are. Oh, speaking of, that's 2 crossbows down here. Okay, we found the barbs that I want. Let's take advantage of how strong they are and go and steal them for myself. What could go wrong? Nothing could go wrong. I mean, yeah, Hungary's got crossbows, so I can see exactly why they've been armed, but still annoying. Oh, that's a tribal village. We found so few tribal villages considering how much land there is. Almost none. Oh, yeah, the crossbow just absolutely incinerated that unit. Again, not mine. Levied. Not a problem, but still painful. I'm just going to buy a couple of temples here. I was saving off all of my gold to buy groves, but these cities are taking forever, so I might as well just do this. And this apostle's going to go to this tile because it can move there without being killed. Just want to see if I can snag a couple of barbs in one go. Vilnius. All of these city-states have been claimed. We're waiting for ones that haven't been. This barb camp, though, this is mine. Oh, apprenticeship boosted. I don't even need to build the mines. I can just be lazy and not build the mines. I love that. And finally, a very special shout out goes to Glorious Petra, Matthew Wilkinson, Paul Coffey, Portland, Clint Hennis, Scott Stratton, Major King Kong, Skeptical Bear, Cinnamon Beard, Petra Ryan, Radiatore, Private Selection, Genoa Salami, Callum Billy, Garrett Gowan, Polar Beret, El Truant, Creston, RB Hedged, Mushkin Mandletort, Deeble Time, Burial, I'm Daft, Gooberman, Dr. Bobby, Polar Wallabear, Mixomatosis, NTG Golfman, Victor McPupster, Indigenous 68, Technology Poet, Teddy's Ursa, Zaf, Barnaby Rex, Sharky Bates, Charlie Bears, I Love You Tombo, Flying Dutch Burbs. Thank you everyone for your support. See you all in the next video. Goodbye!